The stamp tool inside of the Paint tab is unique in that it places a single image into the image workspace on a painted layer. If we were to grab an image, such as this wing, all we do is drag it and place it here. Once we have this image loaded into the stamp tool, we are now able to rotate the image by holding Shift using our mouse wheel, or Control and mouse wheel to change its size. Again, we are able to interact with this image with R, G, and B to change its color, and T, its transparency. We are also able to fade out this image's edges by squares. Which can be seen here. The further or the larger we make this number, the more gradient we're going to have from the edges of the image to the middle. This can be a very useful tool when used appropriately. Setting this back to 0 will reinstate all of those old parameters of the image. We can also at any time hit the reset button, and this will reset the image back to its original orientation, size, and colors. For quick manipulation, we can flip the image horizontally or vertically, as well as rotate it in 45-degree increments, in 90-degree increments, as we move it around. Holding down Control will snap it to the grid for easily lining up. Multiple images can be stamped in quick succession to create complex image creations very quickly, depending on what we're trying to do here. A good example of this would be a bush. The eraser. The eraser's use case changes depending on what element it's trying to interact with, rather than the presets of what we're trying to achieve. Thus, if we are on our tab here, or our layer that has a painted image, when trying to interact with this, it will only erase the elements that we interact with. The stamped elements, however, cannot have portions of it removed, only its entirety. So therefore, as we interact with that, it will remove these elements that it overlaps with. Thus, if we were to interact with a single element, it will simply erase the entire stamp. Selecting the layer that we wish to interact with will allow us to erase this in any way that we wish. Oftentimes, interacting with the system this way can give us an overabundant amount of selected points, which we can then select and simplify.